Hey folks, it's Mike Ryan, and if you're watching our show, you've probably known your boy has undergone a little bit of a body transformation, and I gotta tell you, Peloton has helped me on my fitness journey. It got the ball rolling for me because I watch my wife on the Peloton. She takes all these great classes. She has her favorite instructors. I listen to the music. I'm a big music guy. It gets me fired up, makes me want to take part in this fitness phenomenon known as Peloton. Peloton offers a variety of challenging classes, from 4-week strength building classes to running, cycling, and everything in between. Peloton will help you achieve your goals, and maybe you'll have some fun along the way. I know I have. It's backed by thousands of members whose lives have been changed. Be part of that group. Telling you, I'm better for it. Have it in my office. Sometimes I can put on the baseball game. Sometimes I can put on a soccer match. Some other times I'm totally locked in on an emo playlist. Find your push. Find your power with Peloton at onepeloton.com.
That's right. It's Thursday Thunder, and it's brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. JuJu, what do we got?
We got a lot of stuff cooking up in the NBA tonight, man. A lot of great series. And one of the best series out there right now is Clippers versus Nuggets. So tonight, I'm taking my brother James Harden for 2.5 threes. I'm going over that. He's going back home to LA, and I think my brother will knock down and make it rain a lot of jump shots tonight. You feel me? Second leg, I'm going to stick with them Clippers. I begged and pleaded DraftKings to let me get the 1.5 3-pointers from Kawhi. But they say, hey, we got to stick to the script. And I said, you know what? I still believe in my brother Kawhi. 2.5 threes from my brother Kawhi as well. You know he going to need them. There may be some knockdown, drag-out fights against them Nuggets. And I think he going to let it rain tonight as well. You feel me? And for the third leg, I'm going with the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're visiting the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. Pretty much the most boring series thus far up to date. And I think it's gonna remain boring tonight. I think I'm gonna take my brother Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the boys for over 9 points tonight. They're gonna cover and win. I think they're gonna win by more than 10, maybe more than 15. I got them beating the Memphis Grizzlies tonight and keeping it uninteresting.
Thank you, JuJu. Jeremy was offended by the fact that Chris Cody said Cleveland, Miami would like a word.
It's ridiculous.
On boring series.
Single-digit game last night. Come back, got it within 2 with 4 minutes left. But no, the team that got blown out by 50 points is somehow the same thing. Ridiculous.
This is why Jessica is going to New York. By the way,
she loves me. Don't let her tell you otherwise.
Yeah, why would we let her speak for herself on that?
Why would we let a woman speak for herself?
Zaslow has been bummed since that song played earlier from Taylor.
I was shook.
He was emotionally, I'm not going to say broken, but didn't feel like we paused long enough to allow to marinate the emotion of Jessica after 4 years going from Miami to New York.
I didn't like that news. I was taken aback by it. I did not expect it. I think it's a major bummer.
Yeah, I was aware of the news because I'm a journalist.
Oh, Greg, I'll miss you the most.
Thank you.
Or will I?
Likewise.
Before we get to JuJu and the polls, real quick, I didn't do this with Mike and Cody today, and I am kind of amazed that things are moving so fast in sports that a Messi situation has escaped our attention today when Greg Cody is desperate to talk at all moments in his life, Lionel Messi.
Yeah, this is what Mike and I have a passion for soccer, I think. Mine goes way, way back. His may be stronger than mine today. But Lionel Messi and Inter Miami play tonight at Vancouver in the first leg of 2 legs in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, which I think, Mike, would be their biggest trophy so far, right, if they win it?
Yeah.
Semifinals tonight. So.
Yeah, it's a huge trophy for MLS. It's very difficult for MLS to win this trophy. It's historic. They're often facing off against a team from Liga MX, and they have very little luck. This is a crazy fixture list that Inter Miami has here.
Right.
Vancouver to Fort Lauderdale and back and forth is a pretty crazy thing. And I'm happy you mentioned Inter Miami because they made a couple of moves, potentially moves before moves. They got a lot of general allocation money back in return for a really popular player. Like, it's hard to say club legend for a club that's been around so little, but Robert Taylor got moved yesterday. Bobby Ballsacks, a big time fan favorite.
You have my attention.
Yeah, Bobby Ballsacks had a flair for the dramatic, had timely goals, was a really good player. Parlayed his play over at Inter Miami to a national team appearance for Finland, I believe, actually. So that's another thing that you can associate with Finland. Bobby Ballsacks.
Yeah, it's a brutal schedule they have because they're going back and forth across the country. Leg 2 is when? Saturday, I think? Or no, it might be Monday. Anyway.
Doesn't matter.
But in between, they have an MLS match. So they're playing 3 matches in a week, and they need Messi for all 3, although I think he could skip the middle match. But they really... The whole team is together now. They're healthy, I think, and Messi's playing as if there were any doubt. And this is a trophy they really want to win, so it's exciting. Obviously, if it weren't for the draft and the NBA and NHL players playoffs, this would be number one.
Obviously, if it wasn't for the 700 things that are more important than that, we'd be talking about Lionel Messi.
I mean, seriously, though, put that in perspective. Lionel Messi is the most famous athlete in the world, playing in a very big tournament for Inter Miami, and it's barely on the radar down here. That speaks very well of our sports market.
Well, but what's the reason for that, though?
Because we have so much else going on.
Do you think the club promotes it properly?
I do. I also think it's fair to say soccer's still a niche sport in this country. And as Mike alluded to, Inter Miami doesn't have a tradition down here. They were a very bad losing club before Messi arrived. And so they have to earn that.
And my news was more important, so we had to get to that first.
Exactly.
We've got to get to the polls as well here.
Sorry, JuJu.
Nah, it's all good. I love to talk. Just a couple of things, man. Like, Jessica, like, oh my goodness, you had such a run down here. Thank you so much for befriending me. Thank you so much for befriending my baby. You and Lehman invite us out. And, like, bro, just thank you for your friendship over the years. You feel me? Salute to a great run. I know it's going to keep going up and up and up. But, yeah, I was just like Zaslow when I heard the news. Like, oh, man, sis going back. But at least I know you're going back to a place you love. So all the love sending your way, and I wish you nothing but the best, sis.
Thank you, JuJu. I feel now that there has been multiple sentimental comments made. I should have prepared something. I didn't prepare anything. I just made some like snarky, sarcastic, like, haha, well, I'll miss some of you jokes, and now I feel bad. So thanks, JuJu.
That's the Metal Arc way.
You made me feel
Leave
bad.
Here feeling bad. We only prepared a Taylor song, which I'm going to say is the greatest of indictments. It's the least effort any of us can provide in terms of anything to have a Taylor song
if
as
we could
the punctuation.
Perhaps end the show when JuJu's done with my top 5 things I'll miss about Miami.
Oh, excellent. We will do that, and we will play another song that we have. But first, we do have to get to all of these polls because people like the updating of the polls.
For sure. We're going to get to the polls, but I have an apology as well to the fans of the show and the listeners of the show. I be coming on here trying to be the version of myself that I think y'all want to see. I be trying to be not as ghetto or not as me as whatever I'm going to be, but I think I've been overcorrecting for the last couple of days, and I turned into the fun police out of a sudden. Like, holy moly, get this guy out of here. So I want to report a crime to myself, to the fun police, and get me out of here, because what have I been doing lately? Sheesh, overcorrection in the worst way. Also, salute to the chat. Jason Ambrose, Billy Squibbix, Money Jordan, Cool Runnings, 1674. I love you. And also, lastly, Greg Cody's pinky ring. Oh, we're not doing enough reporting on Greg Cody pinky ring. That thing is amazing. You, sir, are a true player, and I see you, brother.
Thank you.
He's had that pinky ring for a long time, but Monty Jones is a big fan of your pinky ring. The pinky ring has been something in the Cody arsenal for how long?
Probably 10 years. Ever since I stopped wearing a wedding ring.
Why did you do that?
I'm still happily married. My wedding ring, this is how long I've been married. My wedding ring actually split in the back, and I didn't have it repaired, and it was like pinching my skin and everything. So I'm like, I'm married. I love you. I don't need a wedding ring. And so I want a little bit of, although I do have this on, I'm not a big jewelry guy, but I just adopted the pinky ring.
You're having a bad arm day.
I'm having a bad arm life.
Bad arm year.
Yeah, but thank you for pointing that out.
You have no wedding ring. How does Erlene feel about this? And are you sure it's not because your fingers have gotten fatter?
She doesn't care.
No, my fingers have always been this fat. She doesn't care. No, I mean, when you've been married as long as we have, come on, who cares?
Let's put it on the poll at Lebitard Show. When you've been married as long as the Codys have, who cares? Yes or no at Lebitard Show.
I want 100% of that result.
What do we have for polls here, Juju?
Are there some dumbass teams out there? This might be a record. 99% of the audience says yes, there are.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you offend Green Bay when you go cheese that's not dairy? 90% of the audience says yes, you do offend those guys. Last poll, have the Jags ever been electric? 82% of the audience says no, they have never been electric at all in their career.
What have been the Jags' biggest moments? I've got them going into New England and almost winning with Mark Brunell as their quarterback, and I also have them coming back from 28-0 against the Chargers in a playoff game.
Don't forget the Blake Bortles years.
AFC Championship game of Blake Bortles.
They beat the Steelers at home.
Electric.
Was it Bortles that almost went into New England and won instead of Brunell? It was Bortles.
It was Blake Bortles.
I watched that game at Bill Barnwell's house. What a legend.
Wow.
Oh, I'm going to live near him again.
Barnwell's barn.
He is a legend.
We had a best rant nominee, too, from Jessica today, by the way.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Juju.
Today, Jessica had a nominee for Best Rant today, which she put a cherry on top by saying, Jeremy has lint in his eyebrows and it's pissing me off.
Man, I really wish you guys would have warned me about that beforehand.
I think it was actually bread.
Top 5 things, Jessica. You had bread in your eyebrows?
I don't think so, but now everyone thinks I did,
not
so
since
thanks.
Greg Cody woke up in the morning at Mardi Gras with mashed potatoes in his hair have I heard a stranger food being associated with somebody's body parts than bread in your eyebrows.
Why are you being so mean today?
Put it on the poll, Juju, at Lebitard Show. Have you ever had bread in your eyebrows at Lebitard Show? Top 5 things that Jessica will or won't miss about Miami.
The won't list is too long. Not me. Just kidding. OLI, the women at Navi and Panther Coffee. I love them. I'll miss them so much. You'll notice this will be a hyper-local list. Number 5, Genesis, of course. She would have been higher, Chris Fanfare, if I had seen her more than a couple times in the last year. Seems like she always gets scheduled when I'm out. Just saying. Number 4, Alex, the GM at Los Feliz in Coconut Grove. She's great. She actually knows you, Dan. She's an absolute legend. I will miss that restaurant. Number 3, Bill Baggs State Park. One of the natural wonders of South Florida. We took Willow there all the time. Go to the Cleat, walk around, see the lighthouse, Alfarito.
Lovely.
Stiltsville. It's amazing. I will miss it so much. Terry and Claudia at Pilates in the Grove. My absolute favorite people. I took their advanced Pilates class for the last couple years.
Did you do absolutely on purpose there?
Absolutely, because I do have abs now. Thank you for noticing. She also, I believe Terry told me once she teaches Bam Adebayo Pilates, or he goes to the same studio. I'm not sure which.
Can she teach him to play inside?
I will ask her. She's on Instagram, so I'll send her a note. I'll miss them, though. And number 1, of course, obviously, Al Bagel. And all of you guys, except Jeremy.
Chris Cody, do you have a song that honors what I call my gangster Wi-Fi?
As I walk the back alley of Prime 112 with Glizzy in hand to take a look at myself. Cause I've been last and podcasted so long that even my Brian thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never had a bet with this much purpose, making a dear friend do indentured service. $700 staking, cause I'm banking on the Heat losing to the Hawks in the play-in. I really hate to lose, but I gotta bet against the guy whose kid would wear a chicken on his head. But when I go back home and wanna watch the game on streaming and I can't, I realize how lucky I've been in my life. Been spending most my life living with some gangsters Wi-Fi. Been spending most my life living with some gangsters Wi-Fi. Been spending most my life living with some gangsters Wi-Fi. Been spending most my life living with some gangsters Wi-Fi.
Juju, how tired are the fans of the show? He sounded like Weird Al Yankovic.
Good.
Thank you.
Hearing Pearl Jam talk. How tired is the audience hearing? Zaslow's very excited about Pearl Jam tonight. How tired is the audience of Zaslow's Pearl Jam obsession?
Times that if we say those two words one more time, we're going to lose a lot of listeners. But hey, they're still here. They're just bluffing. You feel me? Happy Pearl Jam Day to my brother Zaslow. You feel me? I'm so glad you got those tickets, bro.
Thank you very much.
Juju, see you tomorrow, buddy. We'll talk to you.
Thanks, Juju.
Yes, sir.